Donald Trump was caught sleeping during an Oval Office press conference, and the Washington Post did actually, I think, a pretty good job talking about it in a video here. And then I have the White House's comments as well. And there is also now some speculation around something that happened in a previous meeting, that perhaps Donald Trump is wearing some sort of device that may be keeping him alive. And we now know, too, that Donald Trump had an MRI, but we're not exactly sure why he had an MRI. That's not routine. But there is now speculation that there could be something going on where he's actually keeping himself healthy through some sort of device. I'm going to show you that in just a moment. But first, here is the Washington Post's takedown on Donald Trump, who is literally sleeping. Like, Donald Trump called Joe Biden Sleepy Joe, but Donald Trump literally is sleeping.
Who live in food deserts and are suffering from obesity and are locked into that system. President Trump has also instructed us to address and the root causes of chronic disease. Who made this happen? They saw that this could be a win-win situation, that this was not a zero-sum game, a savings, and that's because the price of diabetes prescriptions is also going to drop. Do not have diabetes. People who have a BMI of 27 and above, or pre-diabetic, or have heart.
Good reason against it. Now, MAHA is critical. America will have to get fit in order to right-size the healthcare system and sleep and dealing with issues related to that. And I want to say it as clear as I can. Secretary Kennedy mentioned New York City. It actually, the number one zip code is the Upper East Side, which is where you have property. And folks who know, but I don't measure it in pounds. I measure it in save lives. People can sleep again because they can breathe as when they go to bed. Folks whose knees don't hurt. People who don't have heart attacks, renal failure, dementia. All the things we know are associated with obesity and much more.
Like, that man is fully asleep. That man is fully asleep. If he is doing that in public, do you think Donald Trump is working hard for you and me if the president of the United States can't even be bothered to stay fully awake during a press conference? And keep in mind, too, he used to stand during these, and I know no one's really talking about this, but he also is just sitting all the time. He doesn't even have the stamina to stand. He has to sit, and he can't even stay awake.
That God meant for each of us to have purpose and joy and to live fully. And to do that, we must be good stewards of our body. And the president has been fighting to provide another tool to do just this and enable this.
Fully asleep. Fully asleep. It's insane. It's insane. Now, the White House responded to this and denied what you just saw with your own eyes. Here's what they said. The White House denied that Trump was dozing during the Oval Office event and suggested the question was inappropriate. The president was not sleeping. In fact, he spoke throughout and took many questions from the press during this announcement, which represents a historic reduction. I'm not going to say the propaganda, but you tell me. Let's just look at this one more time. Does this look like someone who is awake? No, he is fully asleep. He looks like my dog when I get home and she doesn't realize I'm home because she is so deep in sleep. That is a man who is resting fully, 100%. Now, Neera Tanden, who is a former Biden senior advisor, said, oh my God, he was sleeping 20 minutes during a live event. 20 minutes during a live event. Governor Newsom said this. Dozy Dawn is back, and there's photos that show that the president is just fully asleep here. Fully asleep. Also, not the point of this video, but I saw this picture. I didn't know where else I could put this, but I wanted you to see it. This is a real unedited photo of what Donald Trump, this is what people see when they see him. Look at this. This is unedited. I mean, how much darker can it go before it's blackface? That's my question. And has he never heard of blending? There's a way to make this look less insane. This is truly, I feel like, I mean, no offense to people who suffer from mental conditions, but I really do, it is reminiscent of someone who is homeless on the streets and puts on makeup, and this is like what you end up with. Only this is the president of the United States. Now, we're also getting reporting too that Donald Trump could potentially be keeping what is called an LVD, a left ventricular assisted device. It's called a mechanical heart pump, and it's from something that happened in an earlier meeting. I'm going to show you that moment where they say that you can see that there's something going on here. You see that there. Now, first, here is some sound on what this is about.
Under Donald Trump's jacket has meant rumors and speculation surrounding his health continue. Trump dismissed suggestions that he had died following his recent absence from the White House. However, Trump's remark didn't prevent people from spotting something unusual about him, including an odd crease in his suit sleeve. One individual said that fabric doesn't normally fall like that across an arm. The user highlighted a mysterious protrusion under his jacket. Others speculated the bulge resulted from a padded suit. Nevertheless, the original poster provided examples of padded suits to demonstrate this might not be accurate.
Now, I'm going to put this on slow motion here, but you're going to be able to see that there is definitely something going on. Now, pay attention to Donald Trump's jacket here.
This is going to be tremendous.
There it is. There it is. That's what they're saying is this device right here. This device right here. Here's what LVADs do. The device, according to Johns Hopkins, is a battery-operated pump implanted inside the heart's left ventricle or attached to it. A tube runs from the LVAD pump to the outside of the body and connects to the LVAD's control system and battery worn on a strap or belt. According to the Mayo Clinic, an LVAD can be placed only through open heart surgery. Recovery from this procedure can take days and may even require the patient to be on a ventilator afterward. According to Stanford, patients remain in the hospital 14 to 21 days on average from after LVAD implantation. Johns Hopkins noted that most patients remain in the hospital or a rehabilitation facility for another 1 to 3 weeks. So it very well could be that this is what we're seeing here. We don't know. I mean, I do remember there was wasn't there 15 days where Donald Trump just avoided the press? He just avoided the press and then he actually disappeared for 8. Now, I don't pretend to know what's going on with Donald Trump and his health, but we also know that Donald Trump literally just doesn't know what's going on in his own administration. That's what he says.
This year, the president has pardoned or shortened the sentences of more than 1,600 people. The latest pardon was for a cryptocurrency tycoon who is known as CZ. The company CZ founded, Binance, helped boost the profile of the Trump family's crypto firm, World Liberty Financial. He pled guilty in 2023 to violating anti-money laundering laws. Right. The government at the time said that CZ had caused significant harm to U.S. national security, essentially by allowing terrorist groups like Hamas to move millions of dollars around. Why did you pardon him?
Okay, are you ready? I don't know who he is. I know he got a 4-month sentence or something like that, and I heard it was a Biden witch hunt.
In 2025, his crypto exchange Binance.
He also goes on to say here, here's the thing, I know nothing about it. I might actually believe him. I don't know if he knows what's going on. I mean, look at this. This is not someone who looks well. This is not someone who's doing well. So we're going to keep following this like we do all things, but we're going to also talk about the things that the mainstream media doesn't want to talk about. If you want to join us, hit like in this video, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.